Raji, can we just do just because I.
I'm Mo Douglas. I'm the Executive Director here at Arts Whistler. We are truly now kicking off something called Creative Catalyst. We were really lucky to get a grant from something called the BC Rural Dividend. The idea behind it was to get some of our creative professionals here in the Sea to Sky working as the teachers and coaches to help bring a group of musicians along, several bands that were selected, and help elevate their skill set. Of the 5 bands that are working in Creative Catalyst, they were all part of our Here and Now Music Festival. But we've got some that would really like to be able to do music almost full time, and that takes a bigger investment in themselves. So this is an opportunity for us to help provide that to them. Over the next couple of weeks, there's a number of professionals that are going to come in and work with the crew of bands. I think we've got such incredible coaches that have come on board. It's like, I don't know, being on a little version of The Voice or something. We need to give them chairs that spin around. We haven't done that yet. And then it all culminates in a music series we're calling The Next Level, with the idea that the bands have now ideally taken themselves to the next level, and they'll be performing here in late May and early June. And we're just so excited to see this thing get off the ground.
Good evening and welcome back to The Next Level, brought to you by Arts Whistler. We have a very special artist with us tonight who isn't very much for boxes. She actually says that the magic happens outside of the box. You most likely have seen her performing around the Sea to Sky area, where she shows her influences of jazz, R&B, hip-hop, funk, but she's here tonight to, well, play for us her brand new album called Gold Digger, where she has gone back to her original roots, starting all the songs with like an acoustic guitar, where she then adds that magic from outside the box. Please welcome Lozen.
your soul on this journey to remember who I am, higher purpose, understand wisdom. Say wisdom of the moment, wisdom of the moment, yeah. Say wisdom, wisdom of the moment. My channel forces stay awake. The ancient power tradition. I fought and battled addiction. It is a human condition. Was on a course of collision. Now my dreams I envision goals digging deeper than the superficial bullshit. No, I gotta keep my focus on it. It's been a minute since I dropped a little song. People thinking that I made it, but the truth is I'm still struggling. But I know I can do it if I just keep rising. If I just keep rising. Now I measure who I am to who I was. How far I come, even though I'm better than I know the best is yet to come. Sometimes I wanna leave it all behind, but then I see the grand design start to line like, wow. I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, big girl. What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, big girl. Follow your dreams, follow your dreams, follow your dreams. I am a G.O. gold digger, mining for treasure. I've had my share of pain, overdose, and pleasure. Feel the pressure to fulfill my personal legend. The art of dreaming, open mind to another dimension. Like, well, cutting through a second attention. Being slow to expand my love and affection. Change and direction, making a shift to think bigger. I am the prize, I'm pulling the trigger bigger. 4 years chasing the grand train. Now I'm flat broke, but ain't sniffing no cocaine. Tough time don't last, sure people do, so I'ma keeping on music, getting me through this. I'ma do it for my city. Peace to all the fans and my family sticking with me. Go digger, rap instrumental. Reach with the side, do a lot to potential. In spite of the war in my mind, I will rise. Up from the valley of shadow inside. In spite of the Lord, they go like to be claimed. Surrender to healing, to clearing my name. In spite of it all, I will enter the throne. Now I choose to be free, who I'm destined to be. To be human, human. I am the jewel in the lover's flower from muddy waters. Bursting at the Buddha, greatest awesome, born in honor. Wander dreaming grandiose, goes up in my sniper scope. Identify, dream of hope, I'm hitting targets, adios. Gone too far to go back. Poetry, emotion, rhyme book, and the neck. It's better to be at the bottom of the ladder of what I want than at the top under the hammer. And I know I can do it if I just keep rising. If I just keep rising. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. Time is precious. Time is very precious. And I just wanted to thank everyone that's here in the theater, everyone that's at home, wherever you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Arts Whistler. I'm gonna be doing some chatting in between because, through this pandemic, it's weird saying it even, I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning, and I'm always learning. But one of the biggest things that I've learned is that music, for me, is a vehicle, you see. But it's not my own. I got different rides, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of my vehicles, And I have other vehicles that I like riding in, and you know, and maybe you'll be able to connect with some of the things I'm talking about. So the first song that I did is called Gold Digger, Goal, like goals in life. And it's interesting because, you know, there was a time where I thought, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I had this definition of what I thought success was. And then I'd get that success, and I don't know, it's like I didn't feel what I thought I would feel, and then it would be the next thing and the next thing. And it got to the point where I questioned, you know, whether I should even do music anymore. And I was talking to God. I was like, yo, remember me? Hey, I'm doing all the things, but I feel lost. And then it got down to, you know, there's the goals that you have in life, whether it be relationships or a job or and insert. But it got to the point where I realized it was an inside job, you know, and that I can't just look at the external for the validation of that. And that's foundation. And I'm going to be talking about chakras today. And the first tune that we did is the root chakra. It's the root, that's your foundation, that's the earth. And the earth is an element, and it's Mother Earth, but it's also our bodies. Our bodies are the earth. And you know, when's the last time you talked to your body and say, hey, this vessel that has been carrying you your whole life, and the things that, you know, maybe you say to yourself too, you know, and have been saying to yourself for years, and that's the foundation, you know. And this I am, and all these associations with I'm an artist, I'm a daughter, and all these I ams. That is partially true. That's a relative truth, you know. There's a little me, there's a little inner child, and then there's something greater. So we're all on a journey, and I'm gonna be taking you on a journey up through the chakras. We're going to move up to what's called the sacral chakra. And that has to do with an element of water, which is like flow. It's got a feminine energy to it. It's beautiful. And I do want to preface that I feel like there's this idea that's been constructed that masculine and feminine has been genderized. And, you know, there is that as well, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about energy. And the feminine energy, it's receptive, it's intuitive, all right? It's fluid, it's nurturing. And the masculine energy is beautiful too. You know, that's more, it's a being versus a doing, an action. And in tandem, when you have that synergy, you get the intuitive, you know, heart, the intuitive inspiration to know when to act. That's the kind of like the balance of the two, right? But we're kind of in this space where there's a bit of an imbalance going on, and it's a bit more masculine. And I love, you know, masculine has a place, and I've been riding the both. I feel like there's a place where it needs to be nurtured within us, men and women, and they, however you associate, whatever your gender, whatever your culture, just those energies, that giving and the receiving, and knowing that they're both important. So this track is it's about, also the second chakra is about relationships. So relationships, it doesn't have to be romantic, but this one was a romantic relationship. And I like to use the analogy of a closet, you know. And imagine in your closet you have all the clothes that you ever wore since you were a child. Some of that stuff might not fit anymore, you know? Or you had something that you used to wear and it was like, damn, okay, And then now you're not like really wearing it, but you still keep it in the closet. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in relationships, you know, I've got my stuff, you got your stuff. And it's like, at what point do we let go of our stuff? You know, because it kind of like weighs stuff down, you know what I'm saying? So this is what this song is about. It's about letting go and just being in that flow. And it's It's also the first song that I ever integrated French lyrics, which is my roots. This is Body Gold. When until my body goes, and I can feel the fire in my soul. Take me higher to another place. We could disappear without a trace. Before you came round, I was walking around town faded, looking for direction, wanted to my film, I made it. Truth is I was missing something special only you could feel. Placing some of her I never knew existed. You could steal kisses from my lips, my tender hips and move for you, boo. Ride or die, shit on the level, only fuel, boo. Loud enough to quiet the thunder, now I breathe out. Ain't never gonna slow down, loving no doubt. Go ahead until my body goes, and I can feel the fire in my soul. Take me higher to another place. We could disappear without a trace. Go ahead until my body goes, and I can feel the fire in my soul. Take me higher to another place. We could disappear without a trace. Avant d'arriver, mon âme comme le soleil couchant. Avant d'arriver, cherche mon dégât. Avant d'arriver, mon corps encore dormant. Avant d'arriver, la vie rapide fatale. Yeah, just let it go. Your fingertips are fantasy. That might is such pain. My body gold. I never knew that I could feel this much. Look into your eyes, I see the lightning in bottle fire, hotter than the sun. Passion fueling my desire. Higher, take me to a new place. Tempt you with my leather lace, lipstick on your collar, ball. Tease you 'cause I love the chase. Truth is I'm a sucker for your tattoos and dimples. Working my hands, working me strong and simple. Go ahead until my body goes, and I can feel that fire in my soul. Take me higher to another place. We could disappear without a trace. Go ahead until my body goes, and I can feel the fire in my soul. Take me higher to another place. We could disappear without a trace. Go ahead until my body goes, and I can feel the fire in my soul. Take me higher to another place. We could disappear without a trace. We're moving on up the chakras here. And something else I kind of want to mention is that just like how masculine and feminine are both so important. You know, the earth is so important and the sun is so important. And that balance, when you look at it, it's like, and I love the sunshine. Even Ginger, hey, freckles are out. But if you had that every day and no rain, everything would burn. We know how it is in BC with forest fires. Like, you need that rain. Rain is beautiful, you know, but it's that balance that I'm talking about. And when I'm moving into the solar plexus chakra, that's a masculine energy. That's the sun. That's the father sun. And color is yellow. Has to do with self-confidence. Has to do with kind of like your identity, you know? But also has to do with how you feel about your identity. And that's an interesting one, and I love children. I feel like, how do I say this? Children and dogs, children and animals have similarities. And what I mean by this is they're so pure in who they are. And when you see, and I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but like when you see a baby, look at me, hi. It is love. Dogs, just, you know, you gotta eat, you go eat. You gotta poop, you gotta poop. You know, play. Life is fun. Life is supposed to be fun. And kids know that. I love my neighbor Luna. If you're listening, Luna. I just love watching her. That just kind of sounds creepy, but we hang out and stuff. She's 10 and she's awesome. And I love watching her because I watch the imagination and I see her doing things like picking flowers and making tiaras and climbing trees and you know, playing imaginary things, but knowing being weird and just being you. And I feel like there's something that happens that maybe you can relate. Is like when do you start, you know, making yourself smaller? When do you start feeling you're being judged? When do you start feeling, I want to say that, but maybe I'll just say this because they'll think I'm weird if I say that. Or I think he would want me to say that. Or like, I don't think I should wear that because, you know, like they're all gonna wear that. I don't want to stick out because, and I'm of the belief that diversity is so beautiful, you know? And that there's a place for everyone, you know, to be exactly who you are. And you can change that, you know, like that's like a flow of that too. You can change that. You can be something yesterday and something totally do today. Do that. I think that sometimes we get hung up in the consistency. Well, you know, I did that and we're gonna keep on doing that. All right, like if that's how you feel, but if that's not how you feel, don't do that anymore. Stop doing that. Say goodbye to that. It had a time. So this song is called So High. And I want to preface it that I'm not talking about getting high. I'm talking about the higher vibrations. I'm talking about getting to that place where you're in such a high state.
One love on the amen. All sides of me, always on my mind, can't forget about me. Flavor to it up, butterflies, all of you. My dear man, you Jenny wear pony, make you wanna shoot black. Raise it up to the sky, and shake it up, super fly. You up, give him no gift, but all you got. All my people wanna see you high. So high, so high. Yeah, all my people wanna see you high. Yo, you ain't got a front, just vibe with me. Let the freak fly, fly, people vis-a-vis. Get that quest, you don't got a CID. I'm a water that chick who come the body. Yeah, we gon' get lit tonight. Fire, hot step, move, feeling alright. A bomb in the room, on the soul street is good. Get down with your bad self, no regrets, let's be. I'ma do me, let's go get with together. All I at the show, forget your worries, we'll be sitting a picture. What's the move? Drop out, drop position, free. Fancy for working the beat, see. I'll start keeping it street. Yo, one thing's for sure, I'ma raise it up higher. I'm a renegade soldier, rap amplifier. Raise it up to the sky, shake it up, super fly. Give up, give in, no gig, but all you got. All my people wanna see you high. So high, so high. Yeah, all my people wanna see you high. So high, so high, so high. I'm gonna own this, cause I got this. So high, so high, so high. I keep my head up, always gonna rock this.
Thing is, when we get to matters of the heart, it gets a little gushy. It gets a little tender, you know. This is the balance I'm talking about, man. Can I be sexy? And can I also be powerful and confident, but also be a little vulnerable sometimes too? Can I do all the things?
You can do it all. You do whatever you want. That's the cool thing. It's your choice. You choose. Only you choose. This one gets me every time, I'm gonna be honest. So, the heart chakra. I want to preface, they're all important, right? And these are all relative. These are all relative. So, just as I have a foot, it is a foot, but it also has toes. And it's also attached to a leg. I feel like I should be doing Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? It's all connected. It's not just one thing. It's all the things. But the heart, it's kind of similarly with when I'm talking about the earth and the rain. You can't just have the love without the pain. That's the deal. You don't get to just have one because you feel that. We'd be robots otherwise, And if you feel that, if you have that love, there's going to be break in that. And that's beautiful, It hurts like hell sometimes, but oh man, it's beautiful. And I think of the things that I learned, things that I've learned through that pain. And I think it's compassion, And it starts with yourself, because I'm sure all on your journey, you've had ups and downs. Again, that's kind of the deal. It's the ebb and flow, right? Those downs, just like the valleys and the mountains, you wouldn't be able to feel those ups without that contrast. And when you're in those places, it can be really dark. But how sweet is it when you're just riding that wave? It's interesting because this song that I wrote was about a man that I met at a festival. And some of you might know the story. I don't know about you, but I'm someone that never felt like I knew love. Like I'd see love and it was like in a movie and I was like, okay, but I never really felt it. And part of me felt broken. I was like, I don't know. And then I met this man. I was like, is this what they're talking about? Is this the thing? And festivals, again, are a beautiful space where it's like, again, it gets you into that space that we can always live in, but if we can, society, we kind of got to adjust sometimes and put on our pants. But it sometimes brings out the magic of people, of you just going with the flow and turning off that linear mind that says, no, that's not rational, that doesn't make sense, and you just follow your heart. So I met this man, and he proposed to me the first night, became my festival husband. And we were both musicians, and we did the long-distance relationship thing. And I started writing this song, and it was like, I can't wait to see you. I couldn't wait to see him. And then before I was done writing the song, it was over. It was interesting. The universe is hella jokes. So it kind of turned into, I can't wait for you no more. And it's interesting how patterns kind of like repeat themselves, because I recently had a very similar experience, and he started writing a song for me, and he sent me this song, and it was beautiful, and I was like, maybe I could play it at the next level, and I could play it after this song and be like, hey, you know what? Things change sometimes, and then, I don't know. But it's beautiful. All of it is beautiful, right? It's we got to ride that wave, It's poetry. It's poetry in motion. This is Can't Wait. United by the sound, you got me wrapped around your little finger. Your smell, it lingers until we meet again another weekend. Oh, darling, I'll be missing you. Said baby blues from afar, with their snapback and sipping booze out the door. Start to chit-chat, was so high that our bill came crashing down. Say crystal on the ground, but I can't wait. No, 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 I can't wait. No, I can't wait. No, 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 I can't wait. Yeah, I've never been the romantic type, but now we go in the distance cause it just feel right. It's so crazy how we met, total synergy. Rap serenade, electric lovers got some wizardry. Missing you more than ever, at a loss of words. Can't describe this feeling, crisscross my heart. Hope to die, spy me a king. Emotion got me flooded, pick me up and give me wings. Yeah, you carry me to a place I belong. Pacific Ocean couldn't stop us, now it's time to sing the song. Baby boy, you are my everything. Day and night, I think about you all the time. And if you miss the right, Mr. Ron Burgundy, you are my anchor man. I wanna be a cornerstone, mama, hold you in. Until we meet again, my favorite animal. I'll wait for you, I would do anything. You are my favorite. I can't wait. No, 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 I can't wait. No, I can't wait. No, 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 I can't wait. No, I can't wait for you, boy, you, boy, you, boy. No, I can't wait for you. No, 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 no. No, I can't keep on waiting on you. No. No, I won't wait for you. I'm done waiting. So we're moving on up now to the throat chakra. It's the color blue. And the throat, yes, it has to do with the voice, but it's not just a sound. I'm talking about that inner voice again, you know? And it's interesting because, again, when we're getting into this, how do you fit in society? You know, should I say that? Shouldn't I say that? But he thinks that, but what if I say this and he said that? And this dance that we do, and I think it's interesting, you know, a lot of times we ask other people for advice, you know, which is nothing, it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think that what happens when we do that is we lose clarity with our inner voice that knows. It always knows. And, you know, it's, I don't know if it ever happened to you, but you had a knowing about something that your voice was like, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to, you hear it, it's a knowing, right? And then you do something anyhow, and then you're like, I knew that. Those are great. The inner voice. And I think, you know, there is a way that we can use that voice and do it with love. We can speak truth and love at the same time. There is a space for that. And that, yes, there is contrast in this world, and we're living in a time of polarity, but that is an opportunity to find our clarity and what we want and we don't want. And in a buffet scenario, if you go to a buffet, you might not want that. That's cool. Don't eat it. You know? And you choose. You choose what you put in your body. You choose the environment. You choose what you say. You have that power. And you may not have power over everything, but you certainly have power of your response to it. So this song is about a tour that I went on. And I was in a dark place at that time, and I was not clear with my inner voice, even though I knew I shouldn't go. I had a couple friends that passed away. I had knee surgery, and it was like 6 weeks after I got the opportunity to go on tour. The surgeon said, don't do it. Everybody said, don't do it. And one of my buddies was like, Lozen, don't be a little beep. Come on. And the person in me that just wanted to prove myself was like, yeah, I could do this. And it was the worst tour of my life. But also, I don't regret it. I learned so much. This song's called Rumors. People talk about my situation, miscommunication, accusation. So we keep on changing through word filtration. It's funny how the telephone ruled the nation. Lost torch, lost one up on that ghost bus. Doing cost me so much more than you could know. Trust. Wrong place, wrong time. I should have known better. Rumor follow me like a black cloud under pressure. Let me tell you about my confrontation. Swift inauguration, exploitation. Finger pointing, scapegoat, blame, persuasion. Walking the hopeless, left forsaken. To the wolves I was thrown free. Take me to church. I held my tongue for everyone who tried to tarnish my word. So let's get down to the nitty gritty brass tacks. I'm here to set the record straight. I lay it on wax and say, rumors. I hear them spreading rumors. You know what they say. Rumors. Don't believe the rumors. Rumors. I hear them spreading rumors. You know what they say. Rumors. Don't believe the rumors. I wrote this track about my observation. Gross sympathization, manipulation. Some are getting bigger association. No strangers want to talk about my reputation. Hypocrites, politics, so they stole for a piece of the power worders, but I ain't a crook with these. Come up police on these streets, real talk in the hood. It ain't all good, but go ahead and make assumptions. They act like you know, but ask no question. Go ahead and make assumptions. Act like you know the past is the past and there's no turning back. So let bygones be bygones or so on that rap. They rumors, I hear them spreading rumors. You know what they say. Rumors, don't believe the rumors. They rumors, I hear them spreading rumors. You know what they say. Rumors, don't believe the rumors. Rumors, I hear them spreading rumors. You know what they say. Rumors, don't believe the rumors. I hear them spreading. Don't believe the rumors. Wait for it. All right, we're climbing up. We're climbing up right now to what's the third eye chakra. It's right here. It's where you think it would be. And the thing is, with that eye, similarly to your eyes, it shows you things. You know, and when you dream, you can see things. I'm what I would call a dream walker. I've been lucid dreaming since a very young age, and I'm fortunate that my father gave me a lot of literature, and I was talking to him about it, and he supported that and helped me use that. That's a practice of mine, and I get up in the morning I actually set alarms for 2 hours at certain intervals to dip into hypnagogic states and just sift through all that stuff. It's really interesting. I find it interesting. I'm a bit of a nerd. But in terms of vision, this song is called Ladies World. And, you know, again, we're living in a masculine kind of time. And that wasn't always the case. And I happen to be a woman in this incarnation, and I feel that it's not my responsibility, but I choose to be an ambassador of the human race. But I also need to represent for my women. And you know, I think about when I was a child growing up, and I'd see people on like MTV and Much Music and all that stuff, and like I thought they were superheroes, and you know, and other people, when you say this is what you want to do, and I remember it was like grade 1, I was like, I want to have a girl group and I want to dance on stage, and they're like, okay, what's your other plan? So the vision, how do you hold on to that vision and, you know, not let anybody else tell you why you can't do it? So this song, Ladies World, is not about me. It's not about me at all. It's about the people that inspire me. And it actually inspired me to start this project. I made these lids, and I'm giving a portion to the House Down Women's Center, and that kind of, you know, morphed into this collection that I made of these gold digger mandalas. And I decided that I'm gonna give a portion of everything to a cause that not just a cause, just as things that I feel like have value, and I feel like I have enough. You know, I have enough, and we all have something we can give. It doesn't have to be money. It can be time. It can be kindness, you know? And for me, if I can do, aside from my music, if there's things that I can do that brings me joy, that's really important. And that's the whole thing about stepping in the box. You can be a musician or be a guitarist and, I don't know, and whatever else you want to do. You can do it all. You choose. This is Ladies World. Yeah, you know the flamboyant yet modest, rocking many heads and making it seem flawless, rocking 2 jobs, posted up at the office. But in the meantime, there's a sitting that conscious and the witty, obnoxious and the pretty, dressed down, giving pounds on stage, looking simpy. So props to my lady, they show a little skin. Just cause I don't rock it, don't mean it ain't expression, it's a blessing. Every dope female I'm exposed to, range to my local, it's added to my focal point of view. That's what it boils down to, baby girl. Don't even let them haters surround you. You got this head in the sky, keep growing. Shows the hate, let's see Benzos or Lozen. You know girl, content and confident in my books. Either you genuine or you fraudulent, lady. Said this one for my lady. Said this one for my lady. This one for my baby girl that changed the world. Okay. So look up to the chat and yo-yo, the rap reppin' for Sosa with the braids of the slang. Now you already know that I was rapping, put it on me, Charlie, Baltimore, and Vita. And we all kept it sexy with some Jackie and Patrina, not only a shorty. I heard this story on my scribe. Bill told me that it reminded the MC life. I was on it with his afro plus ready to rage. We be in one spot without the road y'all paid. This is just to let you know that we can never forget how you hit the industry and show them that we a threat. Without the moves y'all make, how can anyone show me love? Me, your ex, Angie Martinez, and Moni Love. You made him look again and look at women as weak. Like a meal with Rockefeller was showing him with GGP. On Kaya when she was yelling out my neck and my back. Said, y'all picked up a mic and taught a lesson in rap. Lady. This one for my lady. This one for my lady. This one for my baby girl that changed the world. Hey, looking for my ladies, queens, leading the back. Stand up and give you, but push it to another level. My missy got a big on TV, left like the triple like Foxy Brown, firm Benzil Nana, flip mode squad, reppin' real rock, nigga, rock, fan, Shantae. Thought I was what too, making insurrecting history, shaping the sea. Yeah, I feel a movement here to stay, just around the world, living in my prison vinyl, let the record play. MIATLC, girls, Santa girl, say aha, girls. Slow and deep, flow where that flow is system of zoology. Spoken word composition methodology. Miss Low and Hill, la la la, Miss Education, paving the way for Bensie's vibration. Lady, this one for this one for my lady. This one for this one for my lady. This one for my baby girl that changed the world. Ooh. I love water, by the way. It's not vodka, I swear. We're moving up to the crown chakra. This crown chakra has to do with thought. And I want to preface that when we talk about like relative truth and relative reality, I have a body, yes. You have a body, yes. But there's another part of you too. I look at it again, I find nature is one of the best ways to kind of describe like energy. And if you've ever been in meditation, that's a really good way. There's different tools to get there. But I look at fire. You take a log, you burn it, and it changes form, but it never leaves. And I look at spirit, and through my dreaming, I've died in my dreams a lot, and it's not scary for me. It's kind of like Ram Dass has a really good expression. It's like taking off a tight shoe. You're like, and you just go back and it's like going home. Psychedelics have also taken me there, where I meditated for the longest time I ever had in my life, and with the use of psychedelics. And I saw past lives. I saw how it was interesting because I'm Megan, but I'm also Lozen, but I'm also everything that I was before, and I'm also everything that is in the future, but it's also happening at the same time. And it got to the point where I actually, it's going to sound crazy, I'm just telling you, I disappeared. And it was very strange because I was looking in the mirror and my body dissolved, and I had no body, I had no reflection. Even though I had no reflection, I wasn't scared. And essentially, it was the most blissful feeling of being connected to everything. Being connected to everything, and I got out once I came back. I was just so blissed out where I started praying. I started praying to the walls. I started praying to everything, and it was like I understood why certain religions pray all the time, and I'd never done that before. So this song is called "I Am One," and it's about a unity consciousness. This unity and this one energy, and it's about going back home, and it's about how we can connect with that in our waking life. Growing up as a young child, my parents spoke of God. In the pews of the church, Christian sermons and applause. Board of schools separated, either Catholic or Protestant. forced to choose and pick a side. Now I am ever more cognizant of the division in the world. People clinging on faith, praising Allah or Muhammad while projecting their hate. Self-righteous, bureaucratic criminals, disguised in the suits, pushing propaganda slogans in to cover the truth. Either with us or against us. Refugees fight or flight, building walls and burning bridges. In the end, we all unite. You see, your creed is yours alone. Others can try and persuade their beliefs and ideals. It's just illusions, a charade of reality, a veil. Understanding is the question. Monks, philosophers been asking, and gurus practicing the lesson. Comfort from the suffering. Hope to vanquish fear. Guidance in this waking life we've come to hold so dear. In the name of God, help us. Where have we become? When the chosen of few, there's only freedom for some. We've come undone through conditioning, holding on to images. Rama Krishna Christ saying love it is limitless. One could not contain the ethos, frame it or present fundamentals. Preaching heresy, they use it to oppress. But I'm trying to get by. Same mission cause survival. Believe on what you look around, over all the Bible. I hope you have the patience to listen to this. Communication can be difficult, words with a twist. The meaning's always so definite. Some preconceived notion translating the gospel out of worship, devotion, the cross, the whole structure, and all the pain behind it. The ritual, dogma, lost seekers try to find it. Comfort from the suffering, hope to vanquish fear. Guidance in this waking life, we come to hold so dear. Say, I am one, I am one. You are the same. All my people sing, I am one, I am one. I am the one. You are the same. We come from the source. That's how it change. If we listen close, the spirit will guide us home. The spirit will guide us home. The spirit will guide us. Spirit will guide us, oh. The Spirit will guide us, oh, 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 oh. Watch your wants and values be the paradigm for all of us. Force the way it be. We need to trust the ending of sorrow is the beginning of wisdom. Together we can rise from the ashes. Our kingdom is gonna turn sorrow. Rise and fall, domino. Enslave the mind, reign supreme. It's in the ruin of a G. You test faith, a fast play. Never scapegoat, simple, clean my views of truth. The resolute, the credit, notion, profit. Or is human to forgive the divine. Cause all the number sins allows the nature to align with something greater. Peace, it starts with inner harmony. Serenity, it radiates, surrendering the armories and knowledge is always within the shadow of ignorance. Pilgrimage for seeking places, prayers for deliverance. Comfort from the suffering, hope to vanquish fear. Guidance in this waking life, we come to hold for dear. I am one, I am one. You are the same. All my people sing, I am one, I am one. I am one. You are the same. We come from the source. The power to change. If we listen real close, the spirit will guide us home. 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 die. Oh, 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 oh. I am one, I am one, I am one. Say I am one, I am one, I am one. Say I am one, I am one, I am one. I am one, I am one. You are the same. I am one, I am one. You are the same.
All right, thank you so much to Lozen. Make sure you do check out her latest record, Gold Digger, available on all your streaming platforms. And make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the final show of the Next Level with Little Earthquakes, combining soaring harmonies with intricate guitar and mellow synth sounds. Expect a spine-tingling blend of lo-fi alternative pop originals, reimagined cover versions from Whistler's newest boy-girl double act. Little Earthquakes tomorrow night on the Next Level. We will see you here at 8 p.m.